Okay, she's here. Let's just surprise her. Alright, thank you students, and thank you students. Teachers in the middle are a little quiet. So this time only the teachers. Teachers, let's give our chief guest a round of applause. Okay, now together, again, she's not yet here, but together, let's do a really, really big one. Let's give a round of applause to our chief guest, Miss Shaheen Nilofer. Alright, good. She actually is here and she's standing there, so she knows that you are ready for her. Fantastic. I'm going to kindly ask that we all rise to our feet for the Kenyan National Anthem and the East African Community Anthem so that we can officially begin our program. To give us an opening prayer. Ali, if you can make your way, and we have another student on their way, and we shall then thereafter take our seats.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Again, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Tuombe. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. كما صليت على آل إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد آمين.
Let's close our eyes for a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, thank you for this glorious day that you've given us, Jehovah. Lord, Father, Lord, thank you for protecting us, for being with us, and for guiding us, mighty Father God. Father, Lord, may you be with us throughout this entire exhibition. May you be there to protect us, to guide us. May you be with us throughout our entire life, God. Father, Lord, as we continue with our exhibition, I hope that you be with all of us, and whoever wins, Jehovah, Lord, may you be with them, may you protect them, Jehovah, Lord. For we know that we are all winners, Jehovah, Lord. It is said in the Bible that human beings are more than winners. We are more than conquerors, Jehovah, Lord. For you made us into your own image and likeness, Jehovah. So, Father, Lord, may you be with us, protect us, and guide us, Jehovah, Lord. Father, Lord, be with us throughout this exhibition, and I hope that we all have a wonderful day. Be protected from harm's way, and be glorified in Jesus' mighty name. I do trust, pray, and believe in God. Everybody shout it.
We may take our seats, and let's give a round of applause for Ali and Darlington for those lovely words of prayer. Our chief guest, Ms. Shaheen Nilofer, UNICEF representative to Kenya. Your Excellency Katrina Inglesby, ably represented by the Deputy Head of Mission, the Deputy Head of Mission of the Republic of Ireland to Kenya, Ms. Evelyn Maris, Ben Roberts, the Chairperson of Young Scientists Kenya, Dr. Victor Mongera, National Director of Young Scientists Kenya, Professor Ratemu Micheka, National Research Fund Chair, Ms. Fauzia Ali Kimanvi, Chief Consumer Business Officer, Safaricom, Professor Anne Mugai, Chief Judge, and on behalf of all the judges present, our partners and sponsors, our teachers, and of course, the stars of the show, the Young Scientists of Kenya. Welcome to the 7th Young Scientists Kenya National Science and Technology Exhibition Award Ceremony. Thank you. My name is Karaganya Momlole. Some of you may already... How many remember my name from earlier this week? If you can't, just shout it out. 3, 2, 1. I only heard the people I've met before say that, but that's okay. That is okay. It is my honor to take you through this very, very auspicious occasion. It is, of course, the Young Scientists Kenya National Science and Technology, the 7th exhibition, where we're going to have our award ceremony and award all of you fantastic students for the hard work and teachers that you have done. This is, of course, in partnership with the National Research Fund, and it is really the capstone of a week of fantastic interaction. The Kenya National Research Festival 2024, we've collaborated with them. Their inaugural one, our 7th, but we're holding hands together to inspire all of you to take up careers in research, because that is what YSK is about. We want to inspire and empower you to take up careers in STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and including research. You are the future, and you're going to shape how our country will look. We are starting a little late, so I'm not going to speak for long, but just to see how we are feeling, because I know many of us are going to be a bit nervous today. If you are nervous, just raise your hand. Raise one hand if you're nervous. Okay. If you're keep your hands up, keep your hands up. If you're excited, raise the other hand. All right. So you're either nervous or excited. You have to be one. And whichever one you are, raise your other hand that you have not raised, and now put them together and make some noise for yourself, right? Because that is what is going to help ease some of the tension as we go along. We have a very, very brief session of a few speeches that we'll hear. We'll hear from some of our partners, some of the judges, a few official speeches, and then we'll head straight into the award ceremony. So just one more time, young scientists and our teachers, I know we do this every year. The teachers know me. The teachers know we've been doing this from the start. But for students who are here for the first time, whenever a speaker comes up, I want us to really give them a round of applause, that they feel welcome, they feel appreciated, that they're here speaking to us. If they ask you a question, how are you doing? What are we doing? And our teachers have given us the green light. Teachers, please all put a thumbs up before I even tell you what to put your thumbs up for. So the teachers are saying that they're going to give you 100% in your next... No, they're not saying that. But keep your thumbs up, teachers. They are giving you permission to be as loud and as enthusiastic. If a speaker asks you, how are you doing? You say, we are fine. If they ask you, is it a cold day today? You say, yes. You give them the energy that they deserve. Are we together on that? Yes. No, all the students, are we together on that? And keep it that way as we go out through the entire closing ceremony. Without much further ado, my apologies, I think I've broken the main award, so we might have to skip the overall winners for this year. I really don't know what fell, but I hope nothing is broken. Sorry, Vanessa Daktari, if that's rude. Without much further ado, I want us to quickly move on and hear from our chief judge. And at YSK, as you know, you participate in the outreach. You also submit your applications for the exhibition. They are read through rigorously, many stages of check and judging until we get to this point here, the finals, where you come and you present your projects. The lady who heads that and has headed that for every year that we've had the Young Scientists exhibition is none other than Professor Muigai, who is, as well as her capacity of, DVC, which is the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Academics and Student Affairs at the National Defense University. Yeah, it's a good role, it's big, let's give a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause. A fantastic position. She has confided in me that she is even more honored to be the Chief Judge at YSK. So let's put our hands together one more time for Prof as she takes us forward.
So thank you very much, Karadania, for that very warm welcome. And let me just say that I'm very delighted to be here. My name is Professor Anne Migai. I'm a professor of genetics, currently the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic and Student Affairs at the National Defense University, Kenya. So Chief Guest, the Deputy Head of Mission, Irish Embassy, the CEO of YSK, Dr. Victor Mongera, Professor Ratamu Micheka. You saw me giving him a hug because he's my mentor. He employed me when my name was Miss Thairu and has seen me grow to Professor Migai. So thank you very much, Prof. We appreciate you. Our distinguished board members from the YSK board and all guests who are here present today. My role here is actually as a representative of the judges who have undertaken us through this process. This judging process began with an application through which we, on average, on an annual basis, we receive about 700 abstracts. But this, from last year, where we received about 700 abstracts, has really seen a tremendous growth. And we have registered 1,780 abstracts this year. So thank you to all of you who have grown with us over the last 3 years and are really interested in making submissions. This judging process has used quite a number of judges because to judge 1,780 abstracts in all the different categories, we required to have 129 judges judge the beginning. From this, we shortlisted abstracts, and that ended up with us selecting a final 34 judges. So it's taken quite a big round of re-evaluation, and I think the judges who started off with this during the online platform business really did a good job, because we really had a rough time this morning trying to come up with the winners. So it's all secret. We don't really know who the individuals are. We know what the project winners look like, and we will be celebrating this with you. For us, the reason why we come back year in, year out is the impact that we see this sort of inspiration, this sort of opportunity that you give the young people in developing the projects. We see how it inspires them, and we want them to really believe in that they hold the future. You hold the key to some of the challenges, but you also hold the key to the innovations that will make your lives and our lives better. Judging is a critical aspect which is core to this business. We've seen judges working with us for the last 7 years. We've welcomed some new judges this year, and I'm happy to note that we have received judges from as far as the UK. We have a new judge, Professor James Uhomoibi, all the way from the UK, sponsored by the Institute of Physics. Please stand. Thank you. We also have Alex Polycarp, are you in the room, who's traveled all the way from Kwale? Thank you so much, at his own cost and expense. And I'd like all our other judges from around Nairobi, all my team, please stand. We'd like to recognize you and appreciate the great work that you have done year in, year out. So thank you so much. It's not me who does the work, but it's this great team and the ones who are not able to come today. So the judges, they look so fine, they look so fresh, and it's because of the blessings that they get from volunteering to YSK. So I want to inspire any of you who are out there to come and join us in this judging process next year, and we'll always be here. I commit to be here to support YSK in the next year, and God willing, as we continue to grow and inspire the youth of Kenya. Thank you very much for giving us your projects. Everybody is a winner by actually coming here. You won, your project has reached this far. Go and look at your idea again and re-engineer it, and who knows where that will take you. Thank you very much, and let's keep shining.
One more time for Professor Anne Muigai. Thank you so much. Students, I've noticed you only make the pose of house when I come back. Don't wait for me to come back and tell you to give to vocalize a round of applause. Actually do it from the start, as soon as they leave, and then I'll remind you to make it even louder. So thank you so much for that, Prof. She is, of course, a professor of genetics, so you have a very, very, very charged Chief Judge. All the speakers we have lined up for you are crucial in ensuring that we have a successful YSK exhibition, but also that you have a very, very engaging and insightful experience. And to represent a core component of what we do at YSK is a representative from the Teachers Service Commission who is going to come and speak, because as students we know how crucial the role teachers play in shaping our futures, but in also giving us these opportunities and giving us the room to thrive and grow. So to speak on behalf of the teachers, and perhaps to thank them as well, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for a Teachers Service Commission TSC representative, Dr. Isaac Batoya, as he comes and gives us a few remarks. Until he gets here, Karibu Daktari.
Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Isaac Barasa Batoya from the Teachers Service Commission. I just want to take this opportunity to thank the organizers of this session, especially the board of the YSK for recognizing Teachers Service Commission, especially our teachers. The teacher is the most crucial person in any society. A teacher, you realize that when it comes to transformation of this country, the teacher is number one. And it is very critical for us, especially for our learners, our students, our young scientists, to respect our teachers, because like I was sharing with them yesterday, teachers contribute 75% the performance of learners. I was telling them yesterday that when it comes to the process of learning, I was asking them to define just learning, what learning is all about. And one of them told us that learning is what remains when the teacher is out of class. And that means learning is permanent change in behavior. When a teacher is in class, when he moves out of class and learners don't remember anything, then learning has not taken place. Because when we are defining education, we normally say education is a process of acquiring knowledge, skills, and positive attitudes. Learning is the end process of education, because learning is permanent changing behavior. So we are saying that every learner in this country is capable of performing. So long as we have the best teachers in this country, and because of this program, we have experiential learning. Because of STEM, because of YSK, our learners are performing activities And when they perform the activities, they get the concepts, and the concepts stick permanently. Therefore, learning has already taken place. So when you look at our learners now, what they have is permanent because they've done it themselves. And that is an applause to YSK because of what they have done to our learners. Our learners they can now practice what they've learned through our teachers. And that is why TSC is proud to join this team when it comes to YSK, because we are also enforcing CBC. This is part of CBC, STEM is part of CBC, and when you look at this, then at the end of the day, we are going to achieve as a country, because we are going to come up with very critical projects that can also support this country to move to the next level. Thank you for allowing us to participate in this situation. Thank you.
One more time for Dr. Batoya and the Teachers Service Commission, and of course all our teachers in the room as well. One more time, students, make sure that they hear you. So I want you right now, as you give them a round of applause, I'm going to give you a countdown in 3. Shout out your teacher's name and say thank you. All right? Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Madam. Thank you, whoever. Right? 3, 2, 1. Teachers, you are appreciated. I mentioned that all the speakers who will be coming up today are integral to what we want to achieve at YSK and to giving you the best experience. We've heard from judges, a representative from the judges. We've heard a representative of the teachers. Now we want to listen to a couple of representatives from our partners. And at YSK, we would not be able to achieve any of this without working in collaboration with so many individuals. This is a quick call out to anybody who is not yet a partner at YSK to become a partner of YSK, because we can only achieve this with your help. The lady I'm about to invite is from Safaricom, and Safaricom have been our sponsor, a partner. They've held our hands from the very first day, 2018 to now. All of our exhibitions, all of our outreaches, our boot camp, Safaricom has walked our hands. You'll see phones and headphones for the winners. The airtime that I have promised you from day one, it's all Safaricom. If you're on another network, I don't know how we'll arrange that. So please join Safaricom to receive that airtime. And from the beginning to date, they have given us in-kind and cash support of over 100 million shillings. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. And if you're loud enough, she might give us 100 million shillings next year. Please put your hands together for Miss Fauzia Ali Kimanthi, the Chief Consumer Business Officer at Safaricom PLC.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Yes, that's the energy, that corner there. Yeah, you're doing great stuff. It's a pleasure for us to be here at Safaricom. All protocols observed. As has been said, we've been partners since 2018 because we truly believe in providing the youth a platform in which they can thrive. This platform ensures that you demonstrate to us your passion for science, your passion for being curious, your passion to solve problems. So we're very, very grateful to be here. So listening to the TSC representative, it really connected with me because for very long, while I was in primary school, maths was not mathing. Math was not? It was not mathing. Then when I was in year 7, I met Mrs. Mulinge, and she changed my life. I passed very well in my class 8, passed very well in my Form 4, went on to get a first-class honors in sciences at the university. So can we say thank you to Mrs. Mulinge? Thank you, Mrs. Mulinge. Yeah. So, yeah, honestly, teachers are the bedrock. they really make a difference in our lives. I know sometimes they seem like they're giving you a hard time. When you finish school, you will remember that teacher in terms of the life that they changed for you. So just appreciate them when you're there, because you will grow and live, and then just remember them with good memories. So at Safaricom, we're very happy to join you today as you celebrate your 7th. Did I see that you're celebrating 7 years? Yeah, which is very, very good of this exhibition. It tends to become bigger and better. I spent quite a bit of time walking around and looking at some of the solutions, and I'll just mention 2 of what I saw, and they were very touching. So one of the solutions, there was a young lady who was telling me that she came up with a solution on how to clean rivers because her auntie got a permanent ailment because she lives in Kibera and was drinking water that was contaminated, but has come up with a solution, for those who saw it, that actually is about removing the ammonia from the water and making it very safe for use. And it's a very simple solution that anyone can actually come up with. So it's a real problem and there's a real solution, isn't it? Another one that I saw was a student, I think she was from Nakuru, who had come up with a solution for early warning systems for floods. And that's our reality. We lost lives as Kenyans. We buried Kenyans because of floods. So what I like about coming to this exhibition and really supporting is because we are not just talking about theory. Science is about solving the societal problems. So at Safaricom, we say that our passion is to become, and our vision is to become, a purpose-led technology company. And the main reason is because we believe that it's not just about being a technology company, it's about solving problems. I'm hoping that for most of you, when you use M-Pesa, it's much more convenient to send money to a loved one, isn't it? You're seated here, your mother, your father, your daughter, whatever it is, want money. Do you need to walk out? Just where you're seated, you send the money and you know it will be safe, isn't it? Yeah? It works. You're able to send a text message and you're able to communicate if you're not able to call. But now we need to do more. We need to do more with this technology so that it continues to transform people's lives. And now we are being shown the world of the internet and what it can do for people. So that's where we want to be, and we will continue to leverage technology to support Kenyans so that they can transform their lives. Why we like to continue partner with the youth is because we believe that they're the future. And we've been supporting sort of like entirely by ourselves, but this year we decided to do it a little bit differently. So a couple of months ago, we had a breakfast at the ambassador's house, and she hosted us, and we called some of our partners, and we told them, this is a very good initiative. Come and listen to these students, see what we can do. So we got a few students who came to tell our partners, Safaricom partners, what they are doing. And Huawei came on board immediately and said, we are going to support. One of the students said, we need laptops. So Huawei has said yes. They are going to give 1 million worth of laptops to YSK. We will give the money to YSK. They will decide how they distribute. Yeah? Yeah, I think it was good that they did. Another partner that we called, and please Google them and support them, they're called Codris. Codris Africa does, they do reskilling, and they train teachers and students in coding. And they made a promise that they're going to train teachers in 100 schools. 100 schools. So YSK, you have 100 schools, select them. We will actually put them. But the biggest thing, and I'm just mentioning a few, and all our other partners, we thank you for coming through with us. We said the YSK story is so big, but when we brought our partners, very few of them had heard about YSK. So we said we need to tell our storytelling. So we had media houses there. We had Nation Media Group, and we had Trace Media. And both of them promised that if we are able to give them the stories, they will air them for free. So Trace committed that they will do for us a 13-part series of all the stories that we do in YSK, because we believe it's the way we'll be able to get more sponsors, isn't it? We've just been told you're looking for more partners. So we will continue to bring more of our partners so that they continue to support the young people here, because we believe the opportunity is really great. As I close, I'd like to congratulate all of you. What I saw in the exhibition hall is absolutely amazing. Keep it up. Keep it up, continue being curious, continue reflecting on science as a way to solve societal problems. So I celebrate all of you as winners. This is a partnership that we'll continue to do. You know, when you have a partnership, you want to see the impact it makes. We can see true impact in partnership, in partnering with YSK. So we commit that we'll continue to partner, and we will continue to add many, many more to come and support. Just want to thank all the organizers, the teachers, the mentors, the parents for nurturing all of you. So as we celebrate you, we'll be celebrating the support system that has been behind you. So with those few remarks, thank you very much for listening, and I wish you all the best. Thanks.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause to Fozia and, of course, Safaricom at large for the continuous support and that commitment to even bringing and making the collaboration pool even bigger. We truly, truly appreciate that. Another partner I want us to acknowledge, and I'll give him a moment, very, very short, because I do know we are a little short on time. So he's going to come and say something short. The good thing is you all know him. He spoke to you earlier in the week. He's just going to say a quick word, a quick congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, again, let us welcome to the stage the Chief Executive Officer of the National Research Fund, Professor Dickson Andala, just to say a few words as another partner until he gets here. Karibu, Prof. Karibu, Prof.
Good afternoon. Are you excited as I am? I am Dickson Andala from the National Research Fund. The National Research Fund is excited to partner with the young scientists of Kenya, and we see future in you. Since you love science, and National Research Fund funds researchers keen on promoting science across the country, I look forward to you emulating the scientists that you've seen also exhibiting. Did you walk through the booths of various universities? Were you excited?
Yes.
Did you learn something?
Yes.
Are you gonna build it and grow it going forward?
Yes.
You are the future. Congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you coming up with more and more innovations. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Another round of applause for Professor Dickson Andala, CEO, NRF. Thank you so much for that, Prof. And really, we do hope that you're all inspired to take up research as a potential career as you do all your brilliant innovations and take them forward as well. It's a request that came. It was difficult for me to refuse. The chair of the NRF board, but he promised he's going to speak 3 sentences only. So we'll keep track of how many sentences, and then when he goes back to sit, I'm going to ask you to repeat those 3 sentences, because he's only saying 3 sentences. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the chairperson of the NRF board, Professor Ratemo, to say a few words.
Did you say I made a request? You know, mjamaa bwana udanganya nyinyi, mimi sikufanya request. Habari zenu? How are you doing? Really, I think mine it's been spoken a lot, and my CEO said it. I'll just say 2 sentences. Number 1, we covered the whole country, from Marsabit all the way to Kehanja, all the way to every place, really. And all of you here are really among the best in this country. We love you. I wish when I was in primary school, at a very remote school in Kisii Hills, I would have been at your position. Perhaps I would have done much more. It's life. Work hard. We are here to help you, and we pray that you shall be just what we have been today. We are retiring. The field is yours. Thank you. Beautiful yellow T-shirts. Excellent. I wish I had one. Actually, I would have put it on. Thank you, and I wish you happiness in everything you do. Thank you so much.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Professor Ratemo. I think I have been most inspired by Prof, meeting him for the first time this week, but it really feels like somebody I wish I met a long time ago. I mean, I'm only 19 now, so maybe, Prof, we can, I don't know. I promised, he said 3 things. He covered the whole. We shout out together, covered the whole. He wishes he had the opportunity when he was a young child in which hills? And you all look very beautiful in your what colored shirts? Yeah. And he wishes he had one as well. Thank you so much, Prof, for that. Thank you so much. We now want to move on to our final set of speakers. And again, to start us off is somebody who you all know, somebody who, without him, we would not be here at all. Impossible. There is no way that without the National Director for Young Scientist Kenya, Dr. Engineer Victor Mwongera. I remember I told you, how old was he when he got his PhD in aeronautical engineering? Not 18? 28. Ladies and gentlemen, students in the audience, young men and young women, let's put our hands together for a man who is leading and steering, flying the YSK plane, Dr. Engineer Victor Mwongera. Until he gets here, let's give him a round of applause. Karibu, Daktari.
I hope that young man wins. You know, he's from Meru. He's from Meru County, my county. So, to our chief guest, UNICEF representative to Kenya, and allow me to ride on the protocols just to save a bit of time. But I must mention the young scientists. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Excellent. So welcome to the closing ceremony and the awards ceremony. I'm sure you had an awesome week. Have we had an awesome week? Yes. Perfect. It's been an exciting week for everyone. We have had projects from all 47 counties across Kenya. I think we need a clap for that. Actually, a game that a lot of people have played is when they come to the exhibitions, they say, you know, I went to Maseno School. Maseno School is not here. And I tell them, yes, Maseno School is here. And they go and find out their project is there, and they're very happy. Is that right? Yes. Even my mom, and by the way, my mom visited. She heard that we're having an exhibition. She said she must visit. She found her school, Kiberesia Girls. Where are you, Kiberesia Girls? And she visited them, and she said she's fine, now she can go home. So the students have produced projects from all the 4 categories, from technology, chemistry, physics, and mathematics, social and behavioral sciences, and ecological and biological sciences. And you can see them here. And it's been an exciting week of seeing these projects. But I just want to mention that in line with our Leave No Learner Behind initiative, we have had representation across the country. We have had 4 special needs schools. We have had SA Joytown Special Secondary School. We have had St. George's Special Secondary School, Salvation Army Likoni High School for the visually impaired, and Joy Valley Secondary Special School for the physically handicapped. Can you give them a hand, please? Also, for the first time, we have had junior secondary schools. I'm sure you've all been hearing JSS. Who are these JSS? I think we saw them today. We had 3 junior secondary schools. We had Bubisa Junior School, we have Tigo School, and we had Tabi Nomadic Girls. Give them a hand, please. We also had schools for the first time from the Kakuma refugee camp. We had Limyonsim Good People Mission School, and we had LifeWorks Tumaini Girls Secondary School. And finally, in terms of inclusivity, we had 1 school from Rusinga Island, Kasamangare Mixed School. And if I mispronounced that, sorry, but we had them from Rusinga Island. Please give them a hand. So in addition to that, and you just allow me 1 minute, in addition to the exhibitions, The students have had various sessions, students and teachers. Haven't you had good sessions? We've taken them through SDG workshops. We've taken them through financial literacy, and we thank you to Safaricom for that. We have taken them through career opportunities and pathways. We have also had sessions for the teachers with the Teacher Service Commission. We have had with KIPI, and we have also had with various trainers for both students and for teachers. In addition to that, the exhibition has provided a really good networking opportunity for the students. If you remember on Tuesday, I told you that if you see me on the corridors, you pull my shirt, right? I think all my shirts are ruined. The students have taken advantage. Many students have reached out, and to all of you who have reached out, I congratulate you. It takes a lot of courage to come and talk to someone. To those who have not, I am still here until we close the shop and pick up all the trash. So you can still look for me. Although if you have a trophy, you might not want to look for me. You might be finished. But thank you very much for taking advantage of this opportunity. And I want to congratulate everyone who has brought a project here. And most importantly, I want to also congratulate the teachers. The teachers have done extremely well to mentor these students, to put the word out about young scientists, and to bring the students here. You know, we forget that the teachers are actually on holiday. Are you not teachers? You're on holiday now, and they have taken the time this week to come to young scientists with their students. Can we give them a hand, please? And finally, as I close, I just want to thank the team of mentors and volunteers. You have seen them around. We have had over 30 mentors and volunteers working. They are actually, as the name says, volunteers. They are actually doing this because they believe in STEM for young people. Absolutely amazing. Thank you very much to them. And finally, thank you to the Secretariat. I think when I say Secretariat, to the partners, to the students, to the teachers, who is the first person that comes to mind? Sini Vanessa. But you know we have other team members. So we need to say thank you to all of them. We also have Bakari, we have Karina, we have Max, and I think I'm also part of the Secretariat, but I want you to thank them. Thank you very much. Please give a hand of applause to them, and thank you. So I want to welcome our YSK board chair, Ben Roberts, who will come and say one or two words on behalf of the board, and he'll also welcome our additional guests. Ben, karibu.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ben Roberts. I'm chair of the Board of Young Scientists Kenya. Just want to welcome our chief guest, Shaheen Nilofer, the UNICEF representative to Kenya. Ireland's Deputy Head of Mission, Evelyn Marius, who's representing the ambassador. The chairperson of National Research Fund, Professor Ratemo Michika. The CEO of the National Research Fund, Professor Dixon Andala, Ms. Fauzia Ali Kimanthi, Chief Consumer Business Officer, Safaricom, Dr. Engineer Victor Mongera, and the rest of the Secretariat, he's named them all, chairpersons, CEOs, heads of institutions, YSK partners, distinguished delegates, undergraduates and teachers, and of course, all the young scientists. Thank you for coming. Good afternoon. I wasn't going to say much of this script, but as Fauzia was talking about teachers, I started thinking about who was my best teacher, and it's between two. I had a physics teacher called Mrs. Shenstone. I had a technology teacher called Mr. Reed, and one thing I remember about Mr. Reed was he was cool, he wore leather jackets, and he had a really bad car, a really bad, beat-up, slow car. And anyway, both of these teachers, I think, influenced me in school and throughout my life, probably. And Mrs. Shenstone, I got great grades with her. She taught me how to be really good at physics. I studied physics at university. But Mr. Reed, he gave me an opportunity to do something like this And we used to travel around the country in his slow car going to competitions like this. And we didn't win, and I didn't get very good grades in technology, but studied physics and then ended up working in technology. So I thank you to them both. But it's truly an honor to welcome you to the 7th Young Scientists National Science and Technology Exhibition in Nairobi this year. The national exhibition is part of is co-located and partner with this inaugural Kenya National Research Fund, hosted by, basically jointly by YSK and the National Research Fund. And I think it's actually been a very successful event. And you know, the last few years, the school calendar has been disrupted a bit and moving around. And last year we co-located with the Kenya Innovation Agency, this year with the National Research Fund. But I think we sort of chose our partners based around the date because of the school calendars. We said this is the date, and we found that Kenya Innovation were doing an event in the same date this year. We found we were doing the same date. But I'm actually very pleased and impressed by this partnership. I hope, Mr. CEO, that now that we've dated, maybe next year we can marry and choose a date together. So I'm hoping that this will be a continual thing. But anyway, we have for the last 7 years at Young Scientists Kenya worked to inspire and empower young people across the country through our outreach programs that we've done for the annual exhibitions and the boot camp sessions. The winners today will follow on with a boot camp session and will help match their projects and ideas, help develop them and help develop their skills to take them further. To date, we've reached over 250,000 students across the country, which is including outreach sessions and all the activities. 750 schools have worked with us, including 20 special needs schools. And our activities so far have resulted in 1,000 project submissions, and a network of 600 STEM mentors have been working with the schools across the country. So that's very impressive. But this year we've been able to reach 12,100 students from 249 schools in 14 counties. 47 counties, isn't it? Yeah, it says 14 here, but 47 counties, and this is a great achievement as well. We were set a target from the former president of Kenya in 2018 to reach 47 counties, something we achieved in 2019, but then with the disruptions of the pandemic, we've been slightly behind this year, back at all 47 counties here, so it's a great success. And as Victor mentioned, one school has come all the way from Rusinga Island by plane, train, and boat and road as well. So it's great to have everybody here. But we've been able to achieve so much in the short time through our committed network of partners. Our inaugural and donor and platinum partner who basically initiated this initiative with the Ministry of Education is the Embassy of Ireland. This Young Scientist Kenya is based on a program in Ireland that's been running 60 years, and you'll hear more about that from our ambassador. But also our gold sponsor, Safaricom, who've been with us since the very beginning. They've helped us achieve impact in the STEM ecosystem for the past 7 years. In addition, this year we'd like to we express our gratitude to RISA, who have funded some of our outreach activities, the Institute of Physics, who have always been with us as well, Raspberry Pi Foundation, enabling us to do coding classes across the school, Prempenjai Foundation, who've been helping us donate science labs to schools and operation of various programs. Allow us to mention also our academic partner, Strathmore, and the opportunity that Strathmore bring to the winners of this is an amazing scholarship, and so we very much appreciate Strathmore's impressive contributions. Our awards partner, Kevian Kenya, and this year the Engineers Board of Kenya, very happy to have you on board. Our connectivity partner, Liquid Intelligent Technologies. Emergency services partner, JetFlat Ambulances. Luckily, I don't think we've needed their ambulances, but we needed them to be here and be on standby. Our exhibition partners, Fahari Aviation and Wise Admit. And without you all today, this wouldn't be possible. And, I think we've met many new partners. I hope some are in the room. But, a call to action to any new potential partners, now is the time. Let's get talking about what we do next year. As we get ready to award our various winners, it's the aim of Young Scientists Kenya Board that the annual exhibition will continue to grow and bring together hundreds, if not thousands, of students from across the country, ultimately achieving an exhibition similar to what is done in Ireland with BT Young Scientist Ireland. So we're looking forward to being a very big event indeed. To do this, Young Scientists Kenya will continue to partner with all the players in the STEM ecosystem, including government agencies, cooperation with private sector, academia and researchers, and partners in the development sector as well, to ensure mutually beneficial programs, the growth of STEM empowerment to benefit teachers and students across the country. So in conclusion, I welcome you all to this awards and I wish every student good luck. I'm sure that the standard will be, or I've seen that the standard is higher than it's ever been, but I'm sure that the winners will be well deserved. So congratulations in advance. My last duty is to invite the Deputy Head of Mission, Evelyn Maris, from the Embassy of Ireland, to give a few remarks. Thank you.
Jumbo, I can't hear you. A little bit louder, please. Ah, there we have it. Chief Judges, representatives of the Teacher Service Commission, UNICEF representative, National Research Fund, YSK, Safaricom, partners, teachers, and of course our students, welcome. It's a great honour for me to be here again on the stage for this very exciting phase of the YSK exhibition. This event provides an incredible space to celebrate the work of students and their teachers and partners, and to hear more about the important work being done by Young Scientists Kenya and the National Research Fund to strengthen STEM education in Kenya. I'm particularly delighted that Young Scientists Kenya continues to attract such a high number of girls and students from marginalised communities, along with students from special needs, who are both competing and winning. And the past few days have provided me with a very unique opportunity to meet with so many of you, and I have learned so much. I just want to say that walking around the exhibition is a really, truly inspiring moment. All of you that I got to engage with, the common theme that emerged was that within your communities you saw a problem, and you saw a problem that you wanted to be fixed, and you found an innovative solution to that. And for that, I truly applaud you. When we were here at the opening speeches on Wednesday, we heard a lot that industrialization and the next generation, it rests with you, and it truly does. And we have to recognize the very strong platform that Kenya stands on when it comes to innovation and when it comes to STEM. And seeing all of you here today with your teachers is really, really quite encouraging. So congratulations to all of you. To all of the students gathered, we acknowledge that you are on a journey of exploration, of discovery and creativity and collaboration, and that we're here to walk with that journey with you and to encourage you to celebrate your learning. This event has been an opportunity to recognise the partnership between Kenya and Ireland on education, and within this partnership we are committed to ensuring that we do not let gender, geography, financial means or digital divides disadvantage students. Young Scientists Kenya's mandate of Leave No Learner Behind is very much aligned with Ireland's own development policy, which is focused on reaching the furthest behind first. And the Government of Ireland, through our embassy in Nairobi, is committed to working with the Kenyan government, the private sector and the academic community to ensure that young scientists drive interest increased in STEM subjects and careers, and that it helps to improve the quality of science and teaching, and that Kenya benefits from the brilliance of young people, as Ireland has done from ours. I want to take the opportunity to acknowledge the critical role that's played by parents and teachers, and mentors, judges, and sponsoring partners in making this exhibition a success. Together, they fan the flames of curiosity, ensure that the sparks of creativity burn long and from students to teachers to industry leaders, it's clear that STEM ecosystem in Kenya is thriving. Like all successful partnerships, Young Scientists Kenya involves a lot of hard work, passion for youth and education and commitment. And these qualities are abundantly evident here today in the remarkable projects that we've seen. I do want to specifically acknowledge the huge amount of Young Scientist team and of the National Research Fund team. It has been an incredible event. To bring so many people together in such a safe and learning and incredible platform has been quite an achievement, and I know it takes months of planning and lots of sleepless nights, so a huge congratulations to all of the teams involved. I'm incredibly honoured to see the projects that are on display and meet with the inspiring creators and to engage with the partners to make sure that this has been a success. I wish you every success and look forward to witnessing the benefits of investing in Kenya and STEM in the years to come. With that, it is my pleasure to introduce to you your keynote speaker, the UNICEF representative, Mrs. Shaheen Nilofer. Thank you.
Hamjambo. How are you doing? I know the countdown has begun, and so therefore there's a very little time to listen to any more speeches. I promise I will be succinct. Deputy High Commissioner, Irish Embassy, Mrs. Everline, Mr. Ben Roberts, National Chair, Young Scientist Kenya, Dr. Engineer Victor, Wangera, National Director, YSK, Ms. Fauzia Ali Kimanti from Safaricom, Professor Nicholson Andala, CEO, NRF, National Research Fund, and the chair who just stepped out of this hall from the NRF board, esteemed judges, the chief judge of today's National Science and Technology competition, the teachers, students, the mentors, the volunteers, the parents, distinguished guests, and most important to all of you learners. Once again, good afternoon. All protocols observed. Before I start, and I wanted to remind you all, our MC deserves the biggest makofi. For holding us all, binding us all for the last couple of days that you have been as part of this various exhibition. As Ms. Razia and Mr. Ben and Everline mentioned, I had an opportunity to walk through the exhibition, and I must say that I was so thrilled to see the kind of innovations and solutions that you presented was unthinkable. From a place like Ruisinga Island, talking about managing traffic, talking about early warning with respect to flood management, and the girls from the Machakos County talking about how to deal with cyberbullying, and notwithstanding the issue of climate change by our students from the Marsabit. It was just so amazing. I regret I couldn't manage to go to all of the stalls that you presented, but I believe this was equally very, very innovative, and I'm sure there's a long way to go and be able to pursue this dream and this passion, as the chief guest did mention. Dear guest, it's a great privilege and prestige for me to preside over this award and the closing ceremony of the 7th Young Scientist Kenya National Science and Technology Exhibition today in this very hall. We celebrate the brilliance and we celebrate the boundless potential of our young people that we've all seen in the last few days, that the young scientist of Kenya is unlocking. And I'm told, and I just heard from the chair, Mr. Ben Roberts, that this year the YSK brought together about 802 projects, and as also was mentioned by the chief judge, submitted by 1,604 students from across the 47 counties. And I'm so very delighted to know that there were presentation and representation from the special needs school, as well as for the first time from the refugee school and school from the Ruisinga Island. A big, big hands of applause to these representations. And thank you YSK for not leaving anybody behind. and we are with you in this campaign. So let me take this opportunity to once again congratulate the young scientists of the Kenya community for the successful event over the last couple of days that continues to inspire, inform, and empower the next generation of young scientists, innovators, and entrepreneurs to transform the communities. And to the young scientists and the scientific minds that are gathered here, I hope, as everybody said, you made the most of the time to engage and learn from each other, and I hope your interactions will ignite fresh ideas that push new scientific frontiers and create impact today and for the future tomorrow, particularly focusing on the pertinent challenge facing our society, that is of our climate crisis. And I must, as everybody spoke about, and thanking and being grateful for the teacher, I would like to bring you the example of a great president. I come from India. We had a president, Mr. Abdul Kalam Azad. I hope many of you would have heard his name. He was one of the greatest scientists of the time. And he came from a very humble background, from a fishing community in the coastal town of the southern part of the India. And he studied and he completed the school under the street light. And he turned out to be one of the greatest scientists and the president of the country. And that was the power of the science and the scientific passion and the scientific dreams that he had. Thank you. And as you know, both the developed and developing countries are currently grappling with extreme weather conditions and dire consequences impacting the most vulnerable. And you've guessed it right, we're talking about the climate change. Notwithstanding, very recently we've also witnessed the rains in the month of March, April, May, which is considered to be the long rains. Kenya received a heavier than expected rainfall, which caused massive flooding across the country. And the height of the situation in May, 42 out of the 47 counties, which is close to about 89%, were affected by flooding, which in turn destroyed homes, schools, livelihoods, properties, agricultural fields, and many more. And it took time for many of the schools to reopen in order to continue with the learning. Sadly, there is no escape, as we all know, from the ill effects of the climate change, not just in Kenya, but globally. And this is why I think more than ever before, we need to work together to support the climate action, the sustainable goal of 13 of the sustainable goals. And one of the important things for us to remind ourselves that over centuries, we have harnessed the power of science to tackle challenges and to advance humanity and to create a better world. And this is often a very long journey, a journey that requires tenacity, a journey that requires faith, and a journey that requires resilience. One important way of doing this, and is what we see the YSK has been engaged, is to equipping children, young people, and communities with the latest knowledge, the scientific skills and wisdom on climate education. And by doing so, we are enabling our collective survival and well-being. Dear learners, dear teachers, dear ladies and gentlemen, COVID has shown vividly the importance of investing in research and innovation. Pandemics are just about one of the challenges that we faced today. And it took a while before we came around on hosting online virtual classes, online meetings at a huge cost. It wasn't just about a cost to our finances. It was drain on a social, cultural, economic fabric of our very society. And we must continue to therefore in addressing climate change, finding efficient sources of renewable energy, and harnessing digitalization, artificial intelligence, precision medicine, and new healthcare solutions, taking better care of ourselves and our planets. And some of these examples that we've seen in the exhibitions that many of you have brought and presented. In our rapidly evolving world where technology and innovations shape every facet of our life,